Hey there, everybody. As always, welcome to the channel and thanks for stopping by. My name is Rich, and 9 times out of 10, we're going to be talking about drone work, video work, still images, and creating custom presentations for our construction progression clients. We have a lot of different types of clients, but one of our favorite things that we like to do is construction progression of larger projects because you get to see these things come together over time, and it's a lot of fun. One of our main ones that we've been doing for a while now is the Solstice Ridge 2, and what we're looking at is our See My Build report on this one. And right now on this, we have some video work that they can see, some before and after ortho mosaics, some 3D site models, and still image galleries with some requests from the realtors and from the construction folks as well. These things are all mid-construction. Some of them are up for sale, and some of them are just being built. So it's all over the place. One thing you don't see on here right now is one of our 360 images, or our 360 shows, I should say. And that's because the client didn't want them all the time, but they are interested in them occasionally. So for this weekend, we went out on location, popped by Solstice with the Mavic 3 Enterprise. We're not going to delve into this right now, but I had some ideas that I wanted to check out over the weekend with the Mavic 3 Enterprise involving flight paths and autonomous flights. So we brought several batteries out. I did a lot of my testing, and before we were done for the morning, I said, hey, you know what? Let's do a new 360. We haven't done one in a while. One of the realtors has been asking me about showcasing particular homes, so we're going to be doing some 360 interiors, but we also did 360 outside this weekend. Once again, client wasn't asking for it, but I figured we had the time and the batteries, so why not play with this a little bit? You know, we're coming to the end of the summer season. There's actually some gorgeous greens out there, and when you see the 360s that I'm about to show you, you're going to think that we heavily manipulated the color. We didn't. The colors are really like this right now, so there. All right, so we did this testing, and let's go take a look here. So just a quick assembly. There weren't a lot of images in this. I was just wanting to showcase each of the tiers because there's 3 roads. So we've got an upper, a middle, and a lower area. And the lower areas are finally being developed. We've been waiting to see that for a while. This project's been going on since at least January of 2023. And if you really count my first site visit to the location, November of 2022. So it's taken a while, and we've been flying this every other weekend for them. So every 2 weeks we do this, and we include it with some of our other flights for other clients as well, to maximize on our time. But since we were out, I said, all right, let's do this. So we got to the upper row right here is what you're looking at. And the drone is 40 feet above ground level, above its takeoff location, okay? We are using Kuula for our 360 presenter. I've been using Kuula for years. Very impressed with their online services. They do a good job with these 360 tours. So looking around here, we can quickly and easily find the different homes. We could actually label all these homes if we wanted to, but this was just for fun and just doing something quick again to see how the overall location's looking with a simple 360 tour. And you'll notice that we do have little markers, and we could put anything else in there. So some of our clients do request 360s as part of their construction deliverables. Some other ones pick other things. One of the things is we're very flexible with our clients, and we can also show them over time. If they're only interested in 3 or 4 things, over time you can show them other features and other services that we provide, and maybe they'll actually buy into those other services as they see all the great stuff that you're doing for them. So before I start just clicking down, I also want to say on Kuula, they have in the lower left corner a map button. That map button is actually, it relates to our GPS location of the drone at the time of shooting a 360. So that center point, that's the GPS location of where the drone was. Let's take a look on the map. This is crazy. So I'm going to zoom this in, and you're going to see quickly. Let's go ahead and do this. So South Lakeview, there we go. So this is the entire build area, and what we're seeing here are the different shots that were taken by us yesterday. So we only did 1, 2, 3, 4 on the upper because it covered everything. And then we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the last one, Sasabe Circle, that one's a much shorter one, not as many homes. We just popped 2 on here. But I can easily click right onto one of these and have it bring me down. And there we go. So we are on the lower Sasabe Circle, and I really wanted to put the drone right in here, kind of facing this particular home, because this is going to be a really nice high-end one when it's done. And so we can look around the area. Of course, we can zoom it in. And, after this was assembled, so Jodi assembled this one yesterday because I had other things to work on too. But so Jodi put this all together, and I called one of the I didn't call, I emailed one of the realtors dealing with this project this morning. And I got a phone call probably in about 3.5 minutes from my email. And he said, this is awesome. And he was also aware that we had offered to do this more often. But sometimes it's not necessary to get that done every other week. Some parts are, some parts aren't. So, and as you can see, these last new houses, they're going to be right on the course there. So for all the golf enthusiasts, this is a great location. It's right at Prescott Lakes. So, okay. We can share this in multiple ways. We've got sharing links up here in the right-hand side. So we could get a Facebook code, Twitter, Google, Zillow Rentals, Snapshot, and Apartments.com. Or you can actually get the full embed code, which is what we usually do when we're putting this into one of our presentations. So after talking to the realtor this morning, I sent this off to the builders, and they'll send it along to the investors, because the realtor thought this would be great. We've got an upcoming meeting, and we need to showcase some things in that meeting, so good timing. So we were just out once again, testing, having fun, and then doing a couple of 360s. But keep in mind, when you do something that the clients haven't seen in a while and the colors are popping like they are here right now with the greens, they're just crazy. And also seeing the different layers of this development, right? We've got this lower loop area, a middle area, and the upper loop area. So it gives you a real feel for the location. Let's just go over to number 9 here. And we could have labeled these things differently, but once again, we weren't looking to bill anybody for this. We were just using some of our additional battery after we'd done our testing. So 360s, in my opinion, can be an integral part of doing drone progression work. So whether it's the video work or the stills or the models, or the orthos, we've got all these things, and 360s can be a part of it. You need to keep in mind every client is different, and they're all going to have different preferences. Some of them love the videos, some of them love the orthos, some of them love the 360s. So you need to make sure that you're in constant communication or regular communication with your clients, and occasionally throw them a bone. Show them something they haven't seen in a while, and then find out what's going to happen with that. What's going to happen with this one is next weekend we're going to be doing another official flight. We're going to go through and redo these 360s, and they're going to be part of their upcoming presentations. So we just sold another hour of our time, in addition to what we usually sell on this job site. So that just brought home some additional revenue. So be sure, don't confine yourself when you're thinking of 360s to just interiors. Exteriors are just as important, and most of today's drones out there do have a 360 feature. My Mavic 2 Pro with Litchi, I could do 360s, and on the Mavic 2 Pro as well. We could do it with, 3D Vista is another way to present the 360s as well. And then there's a ton of other 360 rendering applications out there. So you can see that, here we go, click here to go back to the start. And that brings them right back to number 1. So we can get that zoom in and out and everything. And in the end, this can become a regular request. So keep in mind, you might show things to your clients that they say no to, but maybe down the road, throw them a bone, give them a free version of a model, a 3D model, or an ortho mosaic, or a time-lapse video, and see if, having that extra time as you've been working for them and doing great work, that they might not want a couple more ways to view these locations. So If you are interested in doing custom progression work for construction, head on over to classes.azdrone.net. We have several classes doing full walkthroughs of the types of work we do, and I think that those courses would be very helpful to you, and also it would get you to have an idea of where these 360s might come in for your next long-term customer. All right, everybody, we're hopping off now because I've got to go get to work on some of the data that I collected yesterday and see why certain things still aren't working with the Mavic 3 Enterprise the way I want it to. All right, everybody, we'll see you in an upcoming video. I hope you have a good one.